Mr. Elvis, this is the truth.
He said no be like that.
Dr. CM. Dr. CM, no, listen, Sir Elvis, I know we're kind of making a joke out of it, but it has come to everybody's attention that if you notice from the time of former Senate President Evan, is he Evan Ewerem? Evan and that time, and including Dino Melaye, including what this woman, senator from Anambra, that was married to this Binima, what's her name? Stella Odua.
Stella Odua, yeah.
Yes.
Her own na CUS again.
Wait, yes, now listen. In those days, we all know that majority of us, some of our parents even schooled in England, and England is not far from Nigeria.
I leave the platform for
no, wait. I am going somewhere. I'm going somewhere.
1 hour 30 minutes. Make everybody talk and interject. 1 hour 30 minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. you know those days. Many Nigerians, the ones that went to school, like our father, like my father, that went to school in England. I know most of you, your parents school there. So everybody know each other. Everybody know if you went to Cambridge, everybody know each other. So if you not claim to go to, let's say, Cambridge now, perhaps Mr. Elvis must have seen you. You were in the school. Your picture will be there. That was there. No, I'm just using our fathers as a reference. So it was very hard for them to use any of those schools in England. They might even fake some from Germany because everything is written in Dutch, right? It was easy for them to use the US because as at the time of Oluwole, Sir Edwin, correct me, when Oluwole was really reigning in Lagos then, many of them were coming to the US. They dare not go to the UK because everybody perhaps knew everybody in all the schools. So it was easy then. And that time, technology wasn't as broad as it is now. So now, people like Stella Odua and Dino, they first claimed they went to Harvard. If you guys remember, when Dino was in Federal House of Rep, not even a senator then, when this thing broke out with Stella Odua, people started finding out that she never went to Harvard. What's his name? The man from Kogi State, Dino, he never went to Harvard. Immediately, I remember I went straight to Wikipedia. Immediately, they removed it from their Wikipedia pages. That was then when people started scrutinizing people's certificate and Nigeria started going more and more into places like North America. So people had access to information and they could verify. As at that time, people couldn't really verify. That's why in 1999, this fraudulent Agbado could easily bring CSU fourth certificate, could easily claim, not only him, a lot of the governors during that time. If you find out now, if you want to really go deep now and check, many of them had fourth certificate. That's why you see most past governors from 1999. I'm not even going to go to before 1999. Let's just say from 1999, they are quiet. They are quiet. They're not talking because many of them, even presently in the Senate, most of them have fake certificate. It's just that many of the opposition don't have they don't have the liver to go against and start searching. It's like it's tiring, and many of them don't want to use their money to do the research. So going down to
Madam Rita, is it that CSU? Like Columbia State University for Columbia, now that university there. Only Agbado can make mistake consider United States. Now for Columbia, in go that school.
What you must also understand about Chicago is that Chicago itself, that Chicago area itself, is a crime scene.
It's a rugged place. So I've been there before.
If you must live in Chicago,
it's a nice place, but it's also very rugged. It's very, very rugged. They have the highest, one of the highest bad gangs in America, I think, in Chicago.
Exactly.
You know, so it's not. It's not a play place like that. So I think that, to be honest, I know that maybe that was then. There are certain schools that they know that they can easily use and they can pay. I know that even in Nigeria, as all of us are sitting down here, there are some certain higher institutions that also play the same role CSU has been playing all this while. So they are selective with the school that they pick. Perhaps, listen, this is all without due respect to people in the North. They'll pick maybe one Aminu Kanu, a school of science and technology. They know they can easily infiltrate in the register. Although one fast school in Benin, let me go to Benin now before people will say I'm being tribalistic. One place in Igoriaki that Mr. F is always called. one school of something Igworiaki, and then maybe they've even registered it in university commission, and they'll just go and meet the registrar. They'll just pay off. It happens. So I am not going to move out the fact that there are certain schools as at then, now that there's technology and everybody is very, very aware. I think I would say in North America, it is very hard to do those kind of nonsense. But in Nigeria,
one question, though, Madam Rita, is the fact that so now you talked about Dino Keneri and then Stella
Odua.
So
Odua.
Now, I mean, we give them.
I understand that.
Dino Keneri. So I just put on my Twitter handle now. It will be surprising if the people of Kogi vote for Dino Keneri with all of this, and then even fainted during the. But
no, they will not use it because Dino is not using that anymore. I'm talking about when he was in Federal House of Rep. I think during
I understand that.
So he's not going to use that. He won't submit that now. He won't submit it anymore.
I understand he will not submit that, but I mean, the people of Kogi, they saw what Dino did when he was a senator. They know his antecedent, that he didn't do anything for them. So I'm saying that he's now going to run as a governor.
Give us a mandate. The way you're talking is as if you are.
Give us a mandate. Let me tell you one secret about Nigerian politics. No gentle people can easily win an election in Nigeria.
That's it.
Have that in mind. No gentle, responsible people can easily win an election in Nigeria. Unless the people are behind you solidly. If you say you want to play in normal election, you are cool-headed. You are saying you want to respect yourself. You can always be at the edge, but you can never be at the main rim. It's not possible.
Let me give you a typical example. Madi Shehu. I don't know if you guys can go. Madi Shehu. You remember that man that wore a fake neck braces? He was in jail and then went to court. You know, he couldn't walk and was pretending. And as soon as he came back from the court, he removed everything and was praying or do whatever he was doing. This same Madi Shehu, there are people that sit down and still listen to him talk. During the campaign of Peter Obi this year, he was in a room. I don't know where he was. There were some group of people listening to all the gibberish he was saying. So therefore, when you talk about people like Dino Melai that has formed that he had asthma and all the drama he was making, and you say he will still come out and he wants to be governor, and people will accept him. If they can accept someone like Madi Shehu, who is supposed to be an Islamic scholar of some sort, then who is Dino Melai that they will not support? The people of Kaaba will support him. They will not. They don't say they were after him. Look at the certificate issue. Listen, we can even formulate excuses for them. So give us a mandate. That's not even a basis right now in Nigeria. So you don't talk about
just like the guy. I think it was in Kano, right? This guy that actually put a family in a place, and then just. I mean, that was so terrible.
Nigeria is a jungle.
Working free today.
Nigeria is a jungle. The jungle, if you go to the jungle, you see the lion, the tiger, the snake, the elephant. So it's the survival of the fittest. That is how Nigeria is. Nigeria is a well-designed.
Give us our mandate. Listen, in 1983, where after the rig election, then Umaru Diko, who was then the backbone of MPN, when the military struck, he now ran to London. You know what happened? As tough as MI6, Nigerians, in collaboration with the Israelis guys, they went to go and kidnap Umaru Diko, gave him injection, and then put him on crate. It was when the flight was about to leave, less than 30 minutes. That was when they discovered that Umaru Diko has been kidnapped. This person who was under the police watch in London. So Nigeria, most of those people you see when it comes to politics, well, my message is you don't trust them what they can do. You can never know what they can do. They can go to any length to do anything. So with what we are saying now, this certificate is just like a child's play when it comes to what they can really do. Do you realize that Femi Badamila allegedly is on the net that he was in jail in Florida?
No, Georgia.
Georgia, okay. So about 4 or 5 of them like that, that is in this government. They were all in jail in US.
All those are Tinubu's boys now. And then,
Yeah. So at the
Dr.
end of the day, most of them they know what Tinubu knows. It's a
Yes,
pity
and
that the earlier they do, the earlier I mean, Nigerians try to do the best for us by not keeping quiet, the better, because these people they want to plant their taproot seriously now. And this fight, if they don't take time, it's going to be between the Yoruba and the Hausas later. The way it is going now, it will be between Yorubas and the Hausas.
I think it's Fulani, sir, because the Fulani they've kind of taken over the houses. And there's a story you were talking about Umar Diko. I think Dr. CM or anyone can correct me. I think from that time, I think Buhari was the head of state that time. And
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
Umar Diko's issue, that is when Nigeria, Britain now said Nigerians must get visa to enter their country. So you see,
Yes,
Buhari started this mess with us with
it's
this
true.
Umar Diko issue. Oh, it's true, right? Yes. So
Yes.
we have just been having cursed leaders for so many decades. Cursed leaders. And if you have a cursed leader, you have a cursed nation. And that's why there's this struggle. Everybody's
But
there's this struggle to have a sense of
my dear sister,
belonging.
Buhari has been destroying Nigeria. He has been destroying that nation. Let me tell you something. When he was the petroleum minister, that was when $1.9 billion got missing.
2.8. It was
2.9.
2.8.
2.8 billion
2.8.
naira, according to
Oil
Saga.
money. So this
My
man
money
has
is still
done a
And then
lot, a lot. He has done a lot. Now, you see one funny thing. Allegedly, he just left power, and I think about 5 or 6 months back now. And today he cannot work. Allegedly, like what we are hearing, that he
and
can't work.
to be fair, sir, Buhari did what he did because he had allies.
Yeah,
Tinubu,
that's
Tinubu
correct.
is
You are so
doing what
correct.
he's
You are
doing.
very, very
He has
correct.
allies.
Yeah, you
So
are correct.
it's not a singular act. It's a conglomerate of thieves, a conglomerate of criminals. But they just have the figurehead who is constitutionally placed there, and that's the name that we see. That's the person that we see. But the non-state actors, they are the worst of the worst of the worst. Just like Ruben Abati, I've said it in this program before, Mr. Elvis. Ruben Abati is one of the worst people, worst
it's true.
human beings that ever appeared on
On TV.
mainstream media as an anchor, the worst of the worst. And I'm not mincing my word. He's one of the worst, worst. If there's another word after worst, I can't seem to think of any dictionary word now that is similar to worst right now. But he's the worst, or one of the worst persons that come out on mainstream media. As a matter of fact, sometimes I just feel like, when I see Rufai, I don't want to even talk about the ladies there. When I see Rufai and him, I just feel like Rufai is not supposed to be on that seat. Seriously, it's not supposed to be sitting in the same room with someone. The likes of if Rabati should just have one channel called Tinubu channel, and we know he's just there. So I because even if you want to, you want to, as a journalist, you want to like put down the issues, and you want to play the devil's advocate, or but he's not even playing that. Or you just want to be fair, right? You want people to see two sides of the coin, but that's not the kinds of media I'm looking at now. That's
It's
not
true.
what's going on. If you watch Fox News, if you even watch ABC News or MSB, you will see, okay, they will have an anchor that is not outrightly supporting something that is so obvious that is wrong. They might argue it and give cite examples of when one person from the Democrat did something and this is the result. But in this pusillanimous Gush, that's his new name for Ruben Abati. When he comes out, he's either indirectly insulting Peter Obi, indirectly insulting, in fact, not even indirectly, directly insulting the youth, or even directly insulting the obedient movement, or even people from the Labour Party. He's condescending all the time. So I just feel like I don't know, Rufai is trying. It's a struggle. When I'm watching,
But
it's like I'm just seeing like this is white and black. And in fact, let me not use white and black because that's not really good. This is just evil and this is good. Rufai shouldn't be
Madam,
on the table with, yes, sir.
you see, my take about that is very simple. Let me tell you one simple thing. Rufai haggling with Abati is only putting his life into total danger, because what he's doing and the way he now stands against him outright there is sending a wrong message to those talks that they are using. So if I have to be Rufai, I will never be on show with him. I will never be. I will not be ever be on broadcast with him.
I think
No
it
way.
doesn't work that way because when these people they sign a contract, sir, they sign a contract with
I understand. I
Unduka
understand.
Obiabena,
The
so he
owner
can't
of
say he
Arise,
cannot be
the owner of
there.
Arise is in London. He can also send a message across. Director, sir.
It
I
doesn't
mean,
work
we're
that
talking
way.
about life. Oh.
It probably doesn't work because this people they might sign a 10-year contract. That I mean, Mr. Neta will probably understand this media thing. They sign a 5-year contract, 10-year contract, and they have the things that are there. And as a news anchor, you should be able to have this emotional intelligence, even if somebody is saying rubbish beside you every day. You know, it doesn't mean that you are friends after. You are here to deliver the news to the people, and that's it, and explain your own view. That is what he's doing.
Dwayne, you know, they cannot take it personal.
Exactly.
You know,
even
yes,
if,
and there's also it could also be that both of them were plotted there to have opposite of each other's, you know, to drag traffic. So yeah, so they cannot take it personal.
Yes, as at that part of it, they are planted there to drag traffic. If you look at journalism, the way journalists, I mean, we have seen other foreign shows, even in the UK, you see opposition talking, it makes sense. But the one of Ruben Abati and Rufai actually is educating people, bringing different references that you can verify, international and local. But Ruben Abati lies. He lies on national TV, and several times Rufai has come back to always correct him, to always bring references. So it is not journalism that's being practiced there. And that's why it's so irritating because it's kind of, you're deceiving people because you want to spread a narrative for one candidate that is a criminal. So what you're doing is criminality. Unduka Obiabena, please, if you have another person that can be a better opposition with Rufai, don't bring this man that was vice to the late man, Kashamu. You understand? Please bring somebody else. Because it's so obvious. How can you not be insulting the obedience? You start talking about social media and what people are doing. Listen, FBI, the FBI fight, they should load quick before these wicked, satanic people from the National Assembly now put it down that nothing about the presidency should be put on social media. It should not be talked in the news. No, we have to go against that. We have to go against it, and we have to speak it out because if we know their plans, let us be saying it out so that people will be saying no to this. They want to peg everybody, gag everybody, so that we'll not be able to get information about the FBI files, and that's why they are hiring people like Fela Durotoye because that guy was trained in the US, so they are not bringing people like that to talk. So Fela Durotoye is planted when the FBI files come. So they are preparing the talkatives, the liars that are going to come out to start to lie and confuse and give useless reasons why we shouldn't believe the FBI files. I'm waiting. It's loading. We are waiting. And we must see it, whether the devil likes it or not. Listen, whatever it is they can do in Nigeria, they are forgetting that it's like I don't know, it's like they're sleeping. This is a jet age. This is a social media age. The world is moving so fast. Places like Japan, the kinds of phone we are using, they don't use those kinds of the phones that people are moving fast with technology. There's so many things that's updated every single day. Even the ones in Dubai, they're even advanced. They are going to the highest level. And Nigerians, these wicked entities in Nigeria that call themselves political office holders and their little minions like Fera Durotoye and the overfed Oragutan, they are forgetting that there's something called technology. Whatever it is that they want to turn off or gag, sort of, it's not gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It not they work. It will not work.
Rita, when Robert Mugabe tried to put Zimbabwe into total net darkness, what happened? They only pleaded to what is it called, Google, and they opened the net for them. There's a lot now that most of them don't really think about that is possible.
What they do,
they like don't really think about a lot of things.
Yeah, like what Buhari did with the X, that's the former Twitter that's called X now. When he cut it off, what happened? People were still working. Even some of people in the government, they were still using their account outside Nigeria. They were using it, but there are other sources of social media that's still out there. There's Facebook, there's Telegram, there's so much out there. People are creating different apps every single day. They don't realize this thing. Is it that these people are they're so obsolete in their thinking?
Of course.
They're so they just can't connect to what is going on in the world. They're just in that little box, and they just feel that we are going to do and not do, as if everybody will live forever. Evil has an expiry date, and their minds that are so obsolete, it still has an expiry date. Because when that time comes, they cannot handle what's going to come. They cannot handle it. Their money will not help them. Their private jets will not help them. Even their friends in the West will shut their door against them. They did it to Gaddafi now. All the people that he helped. Hugo Chavez, the late Hugo Chavez, they did it to him now. When he talked in United Nations, what happened to him? Everybody will shut their door. So these people, they just have this, including this Bola Metim. You just think that, oh, I have my friends in the West. I have people like Yaya Jammeh of the Gambia, the one he uses private jet to remove from Gambia. You know, I have all these my friends in France, ambassadors, BBC, maybe one of the high CEO or board of directors of BBC, CNN, even the CSU. You can have a liaise with the president, invite them, buy a house for them everywhere in Seychelles and Jamaica or whatever. One day, these people, when the time comes, they will shut their door against you. They have done it before and they will do it again. The people you'll be left with are the ones who are in the country where you reside, in the country where you are claiming political power.
Madam, let me tell you, let me tell you how they used to run away from them. Once their national intelligence writes report on you, and then put it into circulation in your country, you have to distance yourself. Otherwise, that will destroy you politically.
Yes, okay, look at Hush Puppy now. Is it St. Kitts that he claims citizenship, but immediately that guy was taken down, they revoked the citizenship. They revoked it. What's her name? This one that says she had cancer, the former petroleum minister. The one with the bulging eyes.
Yes.
I think she was claiming citizenship of one of these islands or so. It was revoked. It was revoked because, see, there is power and there is power.
Did they revoke her citizenship? The one she bought with money?
If she will have been living there now. Why is she not living there? Why is she in the UK after all these years?
She bought that with money. She bought that with money.
Of course, now Hush Puppy did the same thing. Now, did you listen? You can go to all these small islands that if you use their passport, you can travel everywhere, and then they know how it works. I don't want to say much because we're on social media, but many of them know how it works. Many of them, even all these that did you, many of them, most of them have dual citizenship with all these little two countries where they go to hide their money and everything. We know now. People that know now. So let us not kid ourselves. When the time comes, these people will shut their door on them. Listen, as Idi Amin did what he did, see where he landed, see where he ended. Even the other supporters, the other African president supporters that were supporting him, codedly, they shut their door. Gaddafi, that spent money even in this France. Gaddafi has donated to this France. Uganda, Museveni, the traitor. That's the main traitor of Muammar Gaddafi. Museveni, that is still the president today of Uganda.
Of Uganda, yeah.
He shut the door. They all left Muammar Gaddafi, and look at what happened to him. But they are still standing because that's the deal they made. So if Bola Ahmed Tinubu and his minions think that we are going to do and undo, we are untouchable, it's okay. Evil has an expiry date. And karma does not forget anybody's address. That is the good part of it. And I'm very happy about the fact that they made a mistake in the electoral law when they said that they removed the power of INEC to verify certificates. They now left it for the political parties to go and do the verification. I'm happy that happened. And that's how they amended it. Those evil senators of then, some of them are even still back now. Because if they had given the power of INEC to verify certificates, the likes of Mikano, Atiku will not have the power to do what he did. Even if our brother Hussein did what he did, it will be ignored. They will say that's a different jurisdiction, in which they are claiming now. But if INEC had that power, the fake Professor Yakubu and Professor Sokoye will have been coming out on TV to say the electoral law gave us the right, and we swallow saliva. The electoral law gave us the right. It's written in section 134A 3JI. It's giving us the right to verify the certificate of every aspiring presidential candidate, and we have verified it, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu's certificate is fake or genuine. He will say it, and the case will end there, and that is what the court will use. But thank God, the wicked senators, they thought that they were favoring themselves. Thank God they removed that clause. They removed that power of INEC to verify certificate. If not, we will not be discussing this right now. So whatever it is that they are doing in the National Assembly, both Federal House of Rep and the senators, is going to come back to them. Listen, all of us are in this mess. Your money cannot, it can help you to a certain level. We are all in this mess, including Akpabio, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Remi, all of them, the Aloja of Lagos, all of them, the likes of the overfed Oragutan, Asari, the Pusillanimous Gush, what's his name? Abati, Baya Nonuga, Dela Alake, all of them. What's this other one? The other woman with the big eyes that was from former, what's this thing? NDDC woman that was talking rubbish. All of them, including the former president. What's his name? The one that calls himself pastor. I don't want to even call his name because all their names are not important. Which other one again? Where is Festus Akamu? Do you know what? They're all preparing for FBI. They want to garner all the energy for when the FBI files come. That's what they're doing. That's why they have stopped talking. And you see,
Olisa Abakova quick release this thing now. Then the waste himself now.
Olisa Abakova.
Release this thing quick now.
Yes, I remember. You remember that statement Olisa Abakova made, I think, a couple of days ago, and he said, you know, the NBA should speak to these lawyers who come on TV and start to adjudicate, you know, what the Supreme Court might say. If you notice, none of them are talking anymore. Who are they sending? Charge and bail lawyer like that one that was wearing red cap. I didn't listen to it, but I saw one guy that called himself a lawyer that was talking and saying, because many of them now, they've all ceased fire. That's the ones that are lawyers, and the ones that will come out to say I'm a spokesman as well as a lawyer. Most of them are not even practicing. They've not even paid their bar association fee, but they call themselves lawyer. And they've been called to bar, but maybe they're not really practicing, so they can come out to talk. They're not possibly not even part of the NBA. And you see, the likes of Abati has kind of he has toned down on assuming what the courts would say because Olisa Bakoba made that comment. So that's why I was telling you, many people were misconstruing that the statement Abakoba was saying. And he was very right. As a lawyer, a practicing lawyer in Nigeria, if you are under the NBA and you're paying your dues, you should know what you are not supposed to say, especially when a case is sub judice. You're not supposed to be making assumptions on what the judges would say. Is either you keep quiet or you enter house. So that's why all of them, now they're bringing little minions like Onoche, and maybe another one will come out tomorrow, and maybe they'll now bring one group. It's so funny that they bring different groups, maybe from the east. I'm waiting for them to say is one group from Edo State group under Bola Ahmed Tinubu that we are saying on behalf. I'm waiting for that. Maybe they don't have the liver, and this is not about tribe, but you know, I cannot be tribal blind. I make no apology because Nigeria is over 200,000 tribes. So I cannot be tribal blind. I am saying it the way it is, but I am not a tribalistic person. And I know people understand where I'm coming from. But I am waiting for them. I don't know why there's always pinpointing on the Igbo, this Igbo group called Ikele Didichuku or Wanting group that does not exist, that's not registered anywhere on behalf of the Igbos. How? Why are they playing that kind of dirty game? That's why I say we cannot be tribal blind. We cannot. Anybody who is thinking that, oh, she's tribalistic, maybe your mind is very obtuse because I am not. But I'm waiting for them to say this association from maybe Delta State Water Association, or maybe they'll say something association, maybe Osayemere Association of Edo State representing Edo. We are support. I'm waiting for that because that one will be a sacrilege if they try that. This is a message to those minions. I know you are listening. No, I know you are listening to Nigeria World. Don't try to. Don't go there. If you want to use Association of Sunday Moho or Association of Bodilon Avenue, go you there. I will understand. Don't try it with Edo State. Don't use any Bini. Don't try it. Don't try it. Speak for yourself and come and disgrace yourself on national TV and be defending the indefensible criminal. Continue doing it, but just stay on your lane or you enter house. Thank you, Mr. Elvis.
It's true.
All right. Anybody want to say something before we round up?
Please, I want to ask one question. I bet where is the overfed orangutan? That one has been silent for some. Where is he? Because does anybody have a clue?
Who be that?
He's overweight now, so maybe he's seeing a doctor. He can't fit. He cannot run. He can only jump in one spot and be sweating profusely and jumping, and then he's sitting down on the chair. And how can somebody be sitting down on the chair while people are protesting on a rally? Is that done? He's not well now. It's very obvious now. He's panting. He can't breathe well. Too much food. Too much lie.
Why do we even care about him?
No. It's not like I care about him, but sometimes all these mad dogs. So sometimes you just want to hear their
maybe they don't put chain for your neck now.
Madam, you see those people, eh? They're not go with their friend. Not like just waiting they get from you, not be their friend. Once it not flow, the next day they cost your papa and your mama. That's their character.
Exactly, that is true. Because I saw what somebody posted about Reno Mokri, jumping from P to B that Tiku to Buhari. Like, honestly speaking, a lot of these people don't just have shit. Like, I don't know how somebody can be honest. I cannot imagine myself, being on this channel now, on this NWATCH family, doing everything I've been doing here, and someday maybe somebody sees me. I don't know, maybe I don't know any other channel that talks something against the obedient movement, or maybe they talks against the movement of Nigeria. Let me just put that. Maybe on TV or somewhere, they see me there giving contribution and say something. I don't even know the face I will use to even. I don't know how people do it. So honestly speaking, I don't know how these people do it.
Mr. NAIJA,
the other that was I was watching, I wasn't on the channel that I watched that what Dele Momodu was saying, and honestly speaking, that thing made me have a little bit of respect for that man, because if somebody can be that consistent, being in the midst of these people, and then you are able to still have the boldness to come and speak the way you speak, I have respect for people like that.
Madam, let me tell you something. People like Dele Momodu, they mind them 1-to-1, and they know much about these people more than you can think. So they respect them. They don't dare talk to them. And those people, they are also rascal. So if there's always somebody like Peter that's completely gentle, then they try to misbehave with.
Elvis, I'd like to appeal for something.
Okay.
And
yes,
please, and maybe you can tell even the people from the Labour Party, and please, that story Dr. CM brought about Salisu Buhari, the former rep member. Please, I think we should broadcast that constantly every day. You should send it to the head of the Labour Party or Peter Obi's team. That is, we need to start bringing references. Yes, Amazon is new and she's a little girl. Now I want to go with power in the political space now with someone like Salisu Buhari and his issue of why the man even admitted to forgery of certificate and he stepped down. So we need to now use that as a reference. I am just appealing, with your media, let us just be using that. It should be spread out there. And then if that man is, maybe we will not make Salisu Buhari popular again, and perhaps the man will come out, whatever side is joining, but it has been established that this is what he did. He apologized and he stepped down. So the man at Bodilon, the apparition that's not a Nigerian, he should step down because he forged his certificates, even if he didn't even go to school anyway. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, everybody. Anybody else still want to say something?
Yes, so I forgot. Please, everybody should write a letter to z.scott at csu.edu. Please, everybody should write a letter. The one Engineer Francis was talking about. Everyone should keep writing. It's just type. You use your phone, you have your email there, just type something to her, telling her that, CSU has to prove to them that they're not complacent with the forgery certificate. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is using their school for force certificates to cause problems for the majority of Nigerians who are the most educated black immigrants in America. So they have to prove to us they're not part of it. They have to file a class action against Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Everybody, please, you don't have to speak correct English. Just write letter to that woman. It's z.scott at csu.edu. Please, Mr. NAIJA, please put it out there, please. Everybody just write a letter. You can even write it in pidgin English. They will read it. They have people that can interpret it. Please, just write it
on the private
Thank
chat
you.
so that we can post it.
Put it on the private chat, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh,